Welcome to Frugal Spoon, and we are grilling up a 5-day dry-aged beef chuck steak. Beef chuck is not as expensive as a T-bone, New York strip, or ribeye steak, but dry aging produces that intense beefy flavor, that super juicy tenderness that comes from a great steak. My name is Ivan, and I make tasty small recipes for me and my plus one. Today we are going to go ahead and cook up that piece of chuck that I've been dry aging for the past, I think today's going to be like the 4th or 5th day. I think it's the 5th day. But I have a special taster with me, my niece, Andrea, and we're going to talk a little bit about, the aging process and what we've tasted before. And then we'll show you what she thinks about the steak. Talk to you later. Andrea, we have this chuck steak. It's normally used for stews, and I bought 2 large pieces at Dave's in Fairbury, and I dry salt aged it for 2 days, and then I took one of the steaks and chopped it up and then marinated it for Korean barbecue for another 2 days. How did that Korean barbecue come out with the chuck?
It tasted so good, and it was so moist and cut like butter.
I thought I might have over marinated it, but it only marinated for 4 to 8 hours. And then it was previously dry aged for 2 days, so the meat came out really
Juicy.
Yeah, juicy and soft. So what we have left is that half of this steak we actually ate 2 days ago, just to try it out. And how did that come out after 2 days?
Really good again.
So we're curious now, because the other half of the steak altogether, 5 days. So, and as you can see, the meat has really shrunk up. And yesterday, I brought it out to the table for everybody to take a look at, and I asked them, do you smell anything? And most everybody said, yeah, I don't smell anything at all. There's no off-putting, like it's gone bad or anything like that. That's why you really need to keep it at like 35 degrees in your fridge so it can actually dry out properly. Do you smell anything?
No?
Yeah, it's just, if you have raw beef and you smell it, it has a smell. This has like no smell. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put this on the grill, and then we're going to do a taste test and see how it came out. See you guys in a little bit. So, let's take a look what we have going here. Yeah, we got a fire. That's good. Wow, it's like 1,000 degrees in there. Like that. First things first. I need to put that fire out a little bit. Let's move that over to the side. Yeah. And we'll maybe put it out with this for a little bit. Oh yeah, you could really smell that smoke. Like that. I like that. Now let's put the grill back on. Yeah, see, so now we're getting some really good smoke in there. There you go. Next thing. Next thing. Just grab my glove, and then we're just going to go ahead and grease up the area that we plan on cooking the steak on. Ooh, that's hot. Oh yeah, that's good. Ooh, toasty, even with this blood on it. I'll take that and put it over here. Let's slap the steak on. Now my niece, she likes her steak medium rare, but she actually had a 2-day age portion of this steak, and it was cooked rare, and she really liked it. So she said, yeah, I like medium rare, but the way you cooked it the last time, yeah, I like that. I need to melt this butter. So let's put that little plate up there with the butter on it and warm that plate up so I can get some clarified butter. Now the only seasoning that's on this steak, and the steak that they loved, was just kosher salt. There was no black pepper added to it, no spices of any kind. That's all there was, except for butter. And what the butter does is it actually coats the steak so that it doesn't dry out as fast. Yeah, somebody's like mowing their lawn really close. Okay, so let's get that butter going. Let me close this door. Now I'm just going to crank up the heat. I'm just going to turn it all the way up. But for me, you know, like doing 3 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side, especially with this thick cut of meat, which is about, at this point, it's about still over an inch thick. It will still come out rare. So now this is melting good. Let me get in my brush. 3 minutes. Oh my goodness, those steaks look awesome. Let me go ahead and wow. So cameras are on. I'm just gonna go ahead and flip these guys over. I'm just going to go ahead and just baste it with some butter. And again, there's no seasoning other than the kosher salt on here. For the really large, I think it was like maybe 1.5 to 2 pounds of chuck. Used a half a tablespoon of kosher salt. So we're going to let that cook for a minute or two. We're going to let it cook for another 2 minutes on that side. And there's the extreme high heat. Don't look at this gauge. This gauge is broken. It doesn't even work. The best way to find out is using a laser temperature probe. Let's see how hot it is in there. Yep, 745. Yeah, that's hot. And the steak is looking really awesome. go ahead and maybe I'll flip it over and add a little bit more butter to it. Yeah. Like I said, my niece likes it medium. She had it rare. And, oh wow, did you see that when I grabbed that, how it squirted? She liked it rare. She was surprised. She thought it'd be just really raw. But it didn't taste raw. Okay, so let's turn these bad boys off. Because we still have to cook ribs tonight for dinner. So, this is what we have here. I'm going to go ahead and set it up so Andrea can go ahead and taste it. See you guys back at the tasting table. Allow the steak to rest for at least 10 minutes before slicing. The resting time will create a juicier steak. Do you want to slice it or do you want me to slice it?
You slice it.
Okay, here we go. You see the juices squirting out of it?
Looks so good.
Okay, so is this a good slice for you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Let's go ahead and slice it up some more. And you want to cut it on a bias. See how when I'm trying to cut it, that it just wants to fall apart? And that's amazing because you think that it would be dry from the dry aging, but it is so still moist. When I'm cutting into it with a knife, juices are actually squirting out of the steak. I did this with your brother. I want you to try just the inside first, and then after that, then try the outside. Because that way you can see, what it does to the inside meat. From 1 to 10, how tender is it?
It's really tender. It's good.
Really soft.
Mm-hmm.
Did you taste the seasoning in it? Just a little, right?
Just a little.
Just a little. But it's enough to make it tasty.
Yeah, definitely.
Now let's go ahead and try a piece with the bark on it.
Uh-oh. Mm-hmm.
You have that beefy taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's just makes you want to go to the store and buy a beer.
Definitely.
I like this.
It's good, Uncle Ivan.
And this is chuck.
Excuse me?
And it feels like when you're eating it, it feels like you're eating a ribeye, but it's actually chuck. Well, I guess we better save some of this for the other people in the house, right?
No.
No?
I'm just kidding. Wow. Mm-hmm. Go check out his other video with the Korean barbecue.
Yeah, because we use chuck
For the Korean barbecue.
Yeah, instead of short ribs, and had pickled ginger. And if you check out frugalspoon.com, there's a recipe for the pickled ginger. But until next time, guys, I hope you guys like this video. Definitely give us a thumbs up if you like it. And also, please subscribe. We love subscribers. And yeah, if you want to hit that little notification bell to the top right of your YouTube screen, you'll be notified of our next video. Until then, adios.
Amigos.
Check you guys out later. Have a great day.
Bye.
So I still have some ribs I still have to cook tonight.